Hey, okay, so speedy relief for headaches, lack of sleep, stress, crankiness. What in the world can fix this? What is a quick fix for this? Well, guess what? There is a quick fix for it, but it requires a little bit of something to be balanced. It requires a couple of pieces of that puzzle to be in place. And what I'm talking about is this little circle of wellness, these dimensions of wellness that we have. Because when it comes to wellness, we think of like, oh, well, it means that we're in good health. Well, what does good health mean to you or someone else or me or, Jenny down the street? It means that these puzzle pieces are put together. And when they're not put together right, the headaches can be there, the stress, the crankiness, the sleepless nights, those kind of things. If one little puzzle piece is out of place or out of balance, those issues can rise up. And so wellness means that you're well physically, mentally, socially. It comes in different dimensions. So I'm going to talk about these dimensions. Because like I said, if there's one of these dimensions, these puzzle pieces that is out of place or not quite even with the other, it can cause these issues. So here's the speedy relief to it. So there's 7 dimensions I'm going to talk about. Sometimes you hear 5 pillars, sometimes you hear 9 dimensions, 7, 6, 4. I'm talking about 7 of them. Because if these are out of whack, you can lose sleep. You can be crabby, you can have a lot of stress, and you can have headaches, and then it leads to worse problems down the line. So let's get these puzzle pieces in order. So the first one is your physical wellness. Now, I don't just mean, hey, my physique is great, I look wonderful in the mirror. That works well with our mind, because sometimes we hate what we see in the mirror, and sometimes we like it, right? But it's not that. That's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about physical wellness. What I'm talking about is what your body can do for you. Like, can you walk up and down the stairs without feeling like you're dying? Can you do things, play on the floor with your kids, play a sport with your kids? Can you walk down the block? I know people that physically cannot walk upstairs. It causes a lot of headaches and stress and crankiness and sleepless nights. So the quick fix is working on physical wellness. So the next one, and I'm going to be quick, I'm not going to dive into these. There's always a blog that comes with it with more details and how to work on them and things like that. So emotional wellness. You should be allowed to show your emotions, okay? But how well do you cope with life's challenges? If something bad happens, are you down in the dumps forever? Or are you there and allowing those feelings to happen, and then you can bring yourself up? So the emotional wellness is your thoughts, your feelings, how you handle things. If that's causing you headaches and stress and all these things, that's a puzzle piece that needs to be readjusted. So the next one is social wellness. With this one, you want to make sure, are you having satisfying, healthy relationships with everybody in your life? Sometimes we have to tell people to peace out. We have to, because they're not good for our overall wellness. So, do you have these satisfying, healthy relationships with people, or are they stressing you out? Are they giving you headaches? Are they causing you to lose sleep and be cranky? Sometimes you have to pull back. You have to cut them out, because socially, it's not worth it in the long run. That puzzle piece needs to be in place. So the next one is spiritual wellness. And I don't mean and if this, whatever, it means so many different things to other people. And I'm not going to be well, it means church and it only means church and it only means God and Jesus. No, your spiritual wellness is, it's your faith, it's your values, it's the beliefs and morals that you have. How is that for you? Is it all off? Do you need to seek Jesus? I mean, maybe that's not what your spirituality means, but do you need Jesus in your life to complete this puzzle? Those are things you have to ask yourself. The next one, this one, so many people don't understand how unhealthy this can be for you. Because, that's not health or wellness. This is not anything, but tell me that this tell me if this never causes you to feel stressed, cranky, have a headache, or lose sleep. Your finances. Yes, financial wellness is a huge dimension of wellness. Because it can cause stress, anxiety, fear. If you don't know how to manage your finances, or you just don't know where they're at, right? Or can't get a hold on them, or feel like you're never making enough money, or that can stress you out like crazy. And I can tell you from personal experience, that was one of my dimensions of wellness, and I still have to reel it in every now and again, that goes off. It gets way, way off. And then all those other puzzle pieces are jammed up, and stress, headaches, lack of sleep, crankiness, it's all there. That can lead to health problems. That can lead to heart problems. That can lead to high blood pressure. Yes, your finances are part of your wellness. The next one is intellectual wellness. So, and I'm not saying like, oh, are you smart? Because if you're not, then you're not well. You're not healthy. No. What I mean is, what are you feeding your brain? Are you reading books? Are you doing self-development? Are you being creative? Are you being curious? Are you learning new things? Or are you just stewing in muck, awful, nothing intellectually stimulating for your brain? And I'm not talking like go and, try to be Einstein or anything. What I'm talking is feed your brain, right? Like our brain is a muscle. We need to use it, whether it be being creative, painting, things like that, taking a walk in nature. Like these things are part of your intellectual wellness. So now it brings us to the last one. And I know so many people are going to be flipping me off on this one, but that's okay. I know one in particular. Occupational wellness. God, I hate my job. It sucks. My boss is an asshole, and I don't want to wake up in the morning, and it just sucks, and I hate it. I understand that, but here's the thing. Like sometimes we can't just up and leave our job. And sometimes you can, right? Sometimes it's so unhealthy that you have to. But if you're in this situation where you're like, you know what, I'm never going to make any more money than this. This is a good job. Go back to where you found joy in that job. Like, how can you find joy in your occupation? Like, you have to find some kind of balance, and sometimes there's an asshole boss that you just want to be like, look, you're not doing the team all that good. Like you need to, but you can't do that because you might lose your job. So there's a happy medium to that, I promise. Okay. It'll be more in detail in the blog. But so what I'm saying with these 7 dimensions of wellness, when they're off, they're going to cause that headache. They're going to cause that stress. They're going to cause crankiness. They're going to cause lack of sleep. What can you do to help that? You have to feed the positive of these dimensions, not the negative. And we tend to breed on the negative, and I guess we would rather say negative things than positive things because it gets more attention, it seems like nowadays. But I'm not going to travel down that road. So this is all, these dimensions of wellness and finding this quick fix to the stress, the headaches, all that stuff. It's all about making sure that you're taking care of you at the level that works for you. It's making sure that you're making these dimensions in your life a priority. Because not only do you suffer when they're off, people in your life suffer. They really do. So it's finding the balance and keeping those pieces of the puzzle together. And sometimes, some of those puzzles shift, and that's okay. But knowing when they get to that point of, this is why I'm a bitch. Because this part of my life is out of whack, it's out of balance. And when you sometimes just address that small area, you'll notice all the other puzzle pieces kind of link in together much better. So that is pretty much what I have for you on these 7 dimensions of wellness. And if you could tell me, seriously, that not one of those has ever caused you a headache, or to feel stressed, or to lose sleep, or to be cranky, I would love to give you a high five, because then you have a 100% perfect life, and you might be a Stepford person. Because it's okay for these things to be out of balance every now and again. It's knowing when they need to be addressed is what the important part is. Knowing when and how they need to be addressed is what's going to keep your life balanced. It's what's going to keep you healthy. And for real, in these dimensions of wellness, there's no prescription that can fix it. There really isn't. So keep that in mind. You're in charge. You get to say how it goes and work on balancing it, right? That's all I can say. Is it's sometimes it's a constant battle for some people to balance these things. But like I said, knowing how to adjust those puzzle pieces and which one need, like, go ahead, go back through this and go through your physical, emotional, social, spiritual, financial, intellectual, and occupational, and score those. Write those down. Score those on a 1 to 10, okay? 1 being, this part of my life sucks. And 10 being, dude, this is so balanced. Like, really, it's balanced. If what you're scoring as a 1, figure out something that you can do, 2 things that you can do each day for the next 3 days to try to make that area better. I will guarantee you that something will change in your life if you focus like that. If you focus on, what can I do to make this part not suck so much? What can I do to make my physical wellness not suck so much? What can I do to make if you're scoring a 1, that puzzle piece is almost gone. You need to fix it. So go ahead, score those. See where you score on those. And sure, heck, message me, comment below. I'd love to know what you score on them, because I can tell you that some of mine were at a 1 at one time, and the rest of them all sucked. I was crabby. I wasn't sleeping. I had headaches. I was stressed. I didn't want to talk to anybody. That's what could happen. And so maybe you're not miserable because you need to be on antidepressant medication. Maybe you're miserable because one of your puzzle pieces is out of whack. And I know, like, from a medical standpoint, that just totally doesn't mean a whole lot of anything. But like, what if that's all you had to do was get those puzzle pieces to fit right and work on it that way? That's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and we will chat later.